And whatever you do, don't let it fall into the wrong hands.
You guys successfully staked out the tower in the center of this piazza within the inner ring of Orphea. And you have essentially snuck in under the cloak of, I think, Jose's Pass Without Trace spell, having the shadows clinging to you, I believe, still now, as its concentration for an hour. And you pushed open the double doors that weren't even really locked in any way. And you have come to this rather large sort of foyer. And it's got a very garish throne with a suited of armor figure sitting on the throne on like a series of daises. Then you've got a large tapestry, some torches illuminating the room, and two curved staircases in the sort of northeast and northwest corners of the room. It is eerily silent. What do you do?
Is that square in the middle a tapestry on the floor?
Yeah, that's my poor artist's rendering of a tapestry. Sorry, it's not really a tapestry then, it's more of a rug.
A rug, okay. I was going to say, what's on the tapestry?
Floor tapestry. Okay.
Floorpestry. I nudge Ash and go, I nudge Ash and say, hey, check out the floorpestry.
That's what I'm going to call this episode. I'm going to call this episode Floorpestry.
You see like a small smirk at the side of my mouth, which might be forgiveness, but not.
Joseph will like hang back a bit and maybe just start kind of circling the room a bit just to see if he sees anything or can get in case he needs to put an arrow in this bitch, then he can get a bit of a flanking situation going on.
Yeah. I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Can you give me the deets of that spell? Like
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Yes, but if you could please send the juicy, that thing. Okay, so we got
juicy good stuff.
It's a range of 30 feet. Cast on self, 30 feet. Okay, cool. So that means, where is Monty? There he is. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. You sense a strong magical aura, 2 of them, in fact, coming from the floorpestry and the suit of armor at the far end. The sort of, they both seem to be of the same school of magic, which is like, I think, abjuration or transmutation. Transmutation, that's it.
As a slight aside, in the Discord chat is a playlist thing, very appropriate ambient music.
Amazing.
Dark Gothic musical band.
Oh yeah, sick.
I love it. I would also add to that Joseph especially hears the gentle, fitful crackling of the coals in the brazier to his right.
Yeah, shit.
I'm sorry, I wasn't sure if it cut out or something. Was there any outcome to my detecting magic?
Oh, yeah. It detects a strong magical aura coming from the floorpestry and the suited of armor figure at the far end. And the school of magic is transmutation, I believe.
Okay, sorry, I missed most of that, apart from transmutation originally. So yes, guys, some of this shit is all transmuted.
Typical floorpestry.
Don't trust the floorpestry. Yeah.
Should we walk around the floorpestry or should we peek underneath it?
So I was getting really into this gothic abandoned garden. I've been taken away.
Yeah. I mean, so if it's transmutation, something's been turned into something else. So we could
maybe
peek and see if there's anything under this floorpestry.
Is anyone gonna just greet that guy? Or we just think he is a statue?
He's going to be an enchanted statue, isn't he? Or an enchanted set of armor.
Well, so how about this? What have I got in my equipment? Oh man, music.
Pick up the corner of the Floorpestry to look underneath.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I was going to chuck something on it.
So I'll move like over here so I'm out of the way and use Mage Hand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And you're going to use Mage Hand to lift up the corner of the tapestry? Sorry, Floorpestry? Is that what's happening?
So I'm going to use Mage Hand to lift up this corner of the Floorpestry to see what's underneath.
Okay, cool. You lift up the corner of the Floorpestry and you see stone below it. It appears to have just more stone floor underneath it.
Hmm.
Still don't trust it.
Yeah, I don't trust that Floorpestry for 1 second.
Shall I roll up the Floorpestry into a nice roll?
Yeah, maybe we can keep it.
I believe the Mage Hand can only lift 20 or 30 pounds or something like that. This Floorpestry is considerably heavier.
Okay.
I mean, you can double check the stats, but it's like some nominal weight.
It's 10 pounds.
Yeah, it says, doesn't it? Yeah.
10 pounds is not gonna shift this Floorpestry very far.
A mighty Floorpestry. Because it's some kind of trap.
Like a 7-foot bear, man.
It's massive.
I'm like a furbolg. Yeah. Yeah, 6 foot. I weigh 160 pounds if that factors into the equation.
Okay. Has anyone got like a twig or something? Something that
I'll grab one of these braziers, this brazier next to me. Just chuck it on.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, this will do. Pick up the brazier, maybe get my bedroll out and use it as like kind of oven mitts. Pick up the brazier and just do that.
So you pick up the brazier with bedroll oven mitts and you throw it on something?
Yeah, I want to kind of just maybe I'm going to walk up to the edge of the floor. I would like to, I'm carrying the brazier and I'm going to place it. No, I don't want to like just chuck the coals everywhere. I'm going to kind of like drop it about a foot away from me without stepping on the tapestry.
Okay. All right.
And see what happens.
Okay, you chuck it and I want you to roll a d6 for me.
All right. That one.
Okay. And then we're going to roll initiative because this rug comes to life and is going to get all up in your grill.
Oh, shit.
As it sort of lunges forward. Actually, before we do initiative, because I don't have the thing up yet, but before we do initiative, let's do a attack because this thing is going to lunge at Josa specifically. So that means it's going to try and smother you with a 20. Goodness me. Okay.
I think that hits.
On a hit, yeah. Okay, so that hits. So you're restrained and blinded and at the risk of suffocating.
Ugh.
So basically, you see this giant Floorpestry has wrapped itself in a tube around Josa and most likely restricting his breathing. So now I'm going to open up this turn tracker, but no one do anything yet. I just got to clear it out. Okay.
So me gently placing the brazier on it doesn't count as an attack.
No, it does. That's what that's what your D6 was. So as the coals spill out of it, it has burned the creature for 2 fire damage, but it will also, if it was still lying there, it would still take fire damage until it flicked the coals off of itself. But because it wrapped itself around you, the coals have fallen off.
Cool. All right.
Ooh, the rogue did not roll well.
No.
Ooh.
Okay, so that's everyone. Wow, everyone's really good at that. Josa, because you're restrained, your speed is 0, so you can't move. and attack rolls against you have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. So if you try to hit something, you're at disadvantage, and you also have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. So things aren't good. You're also blinded, so you automatically fail ability checks that rely on sight. Attack rolls against you have advantage, but that cancels out anyway, and so that's basically the same thing from the other one. Cool.
So do I, would like a disengage roll, would that get me out of this? Is there a way to kind of escape a smothering?
Well, yes, there is. You can just do, it'll be like a grapple check, basically, and you'll roll against the rogue's DC to see if you can escape.
Okay.
Cool. So, Zenarai, you've sorted out your imp. What would you like to do?
Yep. So I'm,
Inside the rug.
if I go to blast the rug, is this going to damage Hugo?
You can roll a Arcana check to try and figure that out.
Okay.
The answer's going to be yes, 100%.
Okay. With a natural 1, roll a d20 for me again to see how bad the natural 1 is.
Oh shit. Just that.
Okay, with a 3. You feel a rush of anxiety and nervousness sort of wash over you. And during this moment, you suddenly realize that you've become a little attached to Joser and his sort of like ribbings, and you vomit onto the ground in fear and stress. It looks kind of gross. But in terms of whether you understand the situation, you have no idea whether you would hurt Joser or not.
Okay. Given the events of the last 24 hours, I feel that discretion might be the better part of valor here. And I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow.
Okay. Go for it.
Let's choose something more piercing. Yeah.
Cool. So roll an attack. Okay. With a 13, you hit, doing 3 piercing damage to the rug and 3 piercing damage to Joser.
Okay, guys, I've worked it out.
As you see you hear the crossbow bolt go like thunk, and then make a squishy noise on the other side of the rug.
Sorry.
I love the trail off. Okay, would you like to do anything else with your turn? And would Joser like to make more noise? That's 3 piercing damage to Joser.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I just shouted fuck, a muffled fuck, as I was shot with a crossbow.
Nice. Okay, so that is Zenarai's turn. As in, do you conclude your turn? Do you move anywhere?
That's okay. Done. I kind of step awkwardly around the vomit pile and move slightly this way.
Okay, cool. Joser, it is now your turn, and you feel your air, the lungful of air that you currently have, is sort of being depleted slightly by your wails and muffled noises. You can attempt to escape, and you can do attacks, I think, but they're at a disadvantage, so you're in a tricky spot.
Yeah. I think I've got to go for a grapple check to actually, how about this? So I've got 2 short swords.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 2 attacks, obviously with my just double attack thing. What I want to do is try and cut myself free, so stab it and slice it, and try and be able to wiggle out the middle if there's a big enough gap.
Nice.
Okay. All right, so you're going to roll with disadvantage. So roll twice and take the lower one.
Yeah. But I can do that twice, right? Because I've got 2 attacks.
That is accurate.
Okay. So.
Oh, wait, sorry. I didn't read this description correctly. At the start of each of your turns, you take damage. So that's going to be, oh, goodness me. As this thing is like constricting you. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, totally kidding me.
This is looking rough. That's 10 bludgeoning damage.
Shit.
Ouch.
As it's sort of like crushing your bones, presumably. Okay, now you can do whatever it is you wanted to do.
Yeah, okay, let me just do that then. 10 damage. Not looking all right. It's all good. So what does it...
You were going to roll your attacks, right, with your sword?
Yeah, I'm going to do, first up though, I'm going to do Hunter's Mark,
Okay.
which I think is a bonus action.
It is, yeah.
So I'm going to cast that on, obviously, this Floorpestry.
I'm just going to do a little thing to remind me of the fact that it's Hunter's Marked. Do a little red dot there. Actually, no, that's not very recognizable. I'm going to do a blue dot. All right, there you go.
Which means deal the spells you deal. Basically, when I hit, it deals more damage.
Yeah, you get to roll like an extra d6 at the end of your attack, I think.
Yeah. Right, so attack. So short sword. So this is first attack, so we'll take the lowest of these two.
That's correct. Okay, so 15 does 7 piercing damage. Oh, wow. So you see a big gash open up in the Floorpestry, but it's not quite big enough to wriggle out of yet, but it's about half your size. So if you keep working on it, you get the sense that that would help.
Okay, not enough to let into air though for me to start breathing, presumably.
Not quite. It's kind of like, yeah, it's a tricky situation.
All right. I get to roll an extra d6, right? Because of the.
You do. But also, like, you don't like breathing takes quite a while. So basically, it's like your Constitution modifier in minutes, I think, is how much air you have.
Okay, so another 3 for the Hunter's Mark.
Nice. This thing's starting to look a bit frayed around the edges.
Right, so second attack. Peep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, sick.
Right,
and another Hunter's Mark.
Yeah. Ooh, nice.
Damn straight.
Okay, so you managed to create a hole big enough to wiggle out of. So you're now like escaped.
Yeah. So I'm now like, yay. So yeah, I'm gonna stick my head out and say, "Who fucking shot me?" As I then like tumble out with a crossbow bolt still sticking out of my thigh.
Nice. And I think you can use your movement now if you want to.
Okay, I'm gonna do some sweet combat rolls, but like quite sloppily with a bolt in my leg, and kind of try and roll back to about here. I'd say. Actually, no, I'll roll towards Mandem, to about here.
Okay.
And start panting heavily because that was pretty stressful.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
Cool. Next up is Abe to react. Well done.
All right, so I'm going to use one of my bonus spells and cast Ensnaring Strike. No, sorry, Searing Smite.
Okay, go for it.
That one. Has it appeared?
Yeah. But you've
you got to roll first.
Oh, okay. So it's the other way around. I never remember. And let's go with that.
Okay.
Nice.
So you're walking up to it and gonna hit it with your axe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that definitely. Why is there 2 different fire measurements? That's strange.
I don't know why.
Why would you roll twice? Is it 2d6 or do we just maybe it's like
Let me just check what it says. Searing Smite. Your weapon flares with white hot intensity, and the attack deals an extra 1d6 fire damage. And I'll just copy and paste this.
Okay.
If you click on the name, I think it shows it in.
Let's take the.
I think.
Display in BTT.
I think it's because it needs to make a Constitution save. Okay, cool. So it rolls a 7.
There we go.
So it fails, and then I'll say that therefore it takes like the regular amount as opposed to the. I think it must be rolling with advantage, but 1d6 fire damage. Oh, on a failed d, it takes on a successful. And the target causes igniting flames at the start of each of its.
Oh, what? Did you cast a second level? Was that
No.
second level spell? That's an additional.
No, I pressed the one at the first level because it's my bonus one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's just really weird why there's 2 fires.
I have no idea, but I did press just the one that I have in my.
Okay, well, I'll just take the first one. Even I know it's annoying because it's the lower one, but I don't understand what the second one is. So this thing is looking on death's door. So it looks very frayed. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
It's super on fire now as well, right?
No, I don't think there's anything I can do.
Yeah, it is indeed on fire. As it smolders with a stench of like burning wool. Next up is Monty's turn.
Okay. Well, I'm going to guiding bolt it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
All
okay.
right.
Ooh,
Roll a d20 for me to see how bad the guiding bolt is.
All right.
Okay. So a 3.
Oh, good.
You similarly to Zenarai start to realize that your friends being in danger is actually something that is bothering you much more than you thought it would. You've kind of grown close to them over the time of being this adventuring party together, and the idea of losing them causes you to join Zenarai in vomiting a small puddle onto the ground. Nice. Cool.
Joseph looks at that and then looks at the other vomit pile near Zenarai, just like, what the fuck?
Didn't we have that poison wine? It's probably that.
Classic poison wine situation. No, it was just Abe that got the special venom wine.
Ah, yeah.
Is that the end of your turn, Monty?
I believe so. I was helpful.
Cool. Then it is the rug's turn. So the rug is going to try to hit Abe with a smother. But with an 11, I think it fails to do so.
Yeah.
As it sort of like vainly flaps at you with its tassels. And then you see the armored figure on the throne stands up and starts running towards you.
Good.
In an ominous manner.
Excellent.
I know I've already done that bit. 1 second. As you hear the like chink, 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 chink. Okay, cool. Oh wow, that worked out really well in terms of the order. Okay, so that makes it this thing. So this thing is going to run up to Abe and stand with the rug, seemingly allied with it, and it is going to hit you with its long sword.
Okay.
Oh wow, natural 20.
Oh shit!
Okay, so this
Hell,
number
1 and a 20.
This number is going to be doubled.
Tilting.
So. Okay. So it's going to be 6 plus 4, so 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
It slashes you with this big long sword. And then it's going to try to hit you again. And it misses, unfortunately, with a 9 as it slashes over your now crouched body as you resume probably a fighting stance. And it's just going to stand there. Next up is Zenarai's turn.
I'm going to try and finish off the rug with the crowd favorite.
Oh wow! Nice. Okay, so you fire an enormous Eldritch Blast at the rug. Is there any way you want it to meet its doom?
I want to blast all 4 of its tassels off, and they will fly in different directions.
Nice.
Yeah. Joseph's going to catch one.
Make a dexterity check, Joseph.
All right.
Nice. Oh, that's acrobatics. It needs to be dexterity.
Sorry. Where is that? Here.
Okay, nice. Okay. With a mid-back
I do like a
flip.
perfect cartwheel.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when I land, I do like a thing and then catch it. Put it in
You
a pocket.
snatch it out of the air like the 3-point palm exploding heart technique from Kill Bill. And you're holding a charred, smoldering tassel as the rest of them go against the wall. Is there anything else you want to do?
I want to blow a kiss at Joser and then point at the vomit pile.
You're confused.
No idea what that means.
Yeah, exactly. Is that the end of your turn, Zenarai?
Yeah, I'm done.
Cool. Next up is Jose's turn. You're holding a charred, smoldering tassel.
Yeah, I'm going to take a few of the kind of threads and you tie it around my belt as like a nice little kind of memento, a souvenir
like a skull.
of the great battle that we fought.
You've got that.
And then, so I'm going to automatically transfer the Hunter's Mark to the Helmed Horror because the rogue's dead now.
Yep.
Floorpestry. And then I would like to try and put an arrow in his face.
Go for it. Roll it up.
Yeah. So short bow.
Okay.
17?
With a 17, let me do a quick check. Ooh, you watch as the arrow goes clink off of its very heavy plate mail.
Or I will. Oh no, Dave's too close to do a pounce attack. Okay, I'll kind of go shit and try again.
Okay, go for it. 19 again bounces off of the armor and goes flinging almost into Abe's head.
Fuck. Josa looks exasperated and shouts to everyone, I might not be much use with this.
Okay, next up is Abe, if that's the end of your turn.
Yep.
Okay, Abe, you've just seen some arrows come ricocheting off of this plate mail and nearly hit you in the face.
Excellent. Well, I am going to do the same thing I did last time. So, do I cast Searing Smite before or after?
You do it after, I think, as with most smites. You get to like choose whether you hit. If you hit, you choose whether you want to smite or not.
Okay. And then let's do that.
Okay. With a 14, your great axe makes a big sparking slice into the armor, but it doesn't manage to penetrate the defenses.
Okay, so can I use the spell now?
No, it only is really worth it if you successfully hit. Like
you haven't hit.
It's all about the damage rather than adding to the hit.
Right. So then, what I am actually going to do is, I think it doesn't count as an action if I lay my hands on me.
Can you click on? You're talking about lay on hands, right? Can you just click on it and read it or send it to VTT for me?
Yeah. I can't actually press on it because it's one of my character things, but I'm copying and pasting.
Okay, sweet. As an action, yeah. So you do have to use an action to use it. Okay, cool. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Cool. Next up is Monty. You've seen the mighty Abe fail to connect with his mighty axe, and you're a little shaken by that.
Yeah, I decided I've got to fall back on support, and I'm going to cast a Prayer of Healing.
Oh, nice. Go for it. Okay, so that means 13 to everybody in 30 feet. Is that how it works?
That is how it works.
Nice.
13 healing, everyone.
And you can choose how many creatures?
I don't know how the little imps and everything are doing, but I'll heal everyone on our side.
That's fine. I was just curious, like, what the maximum number of creatures is.
Oh, sorry. I believe it's up to 6.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, the little creatures are fine, but if they weren't, it's good to know that you could heal them in future.
Yeah, up to 6 creatures of your choice within range.
Okay, yeah, you see Monty take out a little bit of probably like wood chips or soil from a forest and start sprinkling them around himself as he closes his eyes and mutters a couple of words to himself, and you feel this sunlight glow upon you as you restore 13 hit points.
Nice. Sorry, I missed the last bit. Did you cast Lay on Hands?
No, it requires an action to do so.
It was an action, so I did not.
Cheers.
Cool.
Thanks for the healing.
Nice. Is there anything else Monty wants to do?
No, I'm just going to kind of look around for some form of acknowledgement that I probably don't get. Keep quiet to myself.
I think Joseph said it perhaps in character. It's hard to tell.
Yeah,
really.
no, he did.
Okay.
But so low is my self-esteem that I don't count that. Or
yeah, I must have been talking to someone else.
Yeah.
It's just an old joke that I was just remembering.
Yeah, I just don't believe that could be for me.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so this thing is going to take another swing at Abe as it feels the sort of effects of Abe's attacks not doing a whole lot at this point. That's a 20. Does that hit Abe?
20?
Yeah.
It's exactly the same as my armor class.
Okay, so that does hit in those situations.
Mm-hmm.
28 plus 4, so that's going to be 6 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Helmed Horror is going to move towards... it's going to move towards Monty and make its second attack against Monty. Does a 17 hit Monty?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so that means... sorry, I just got to roll the damage here.
He's still within range of Abelardo, so there's no attack of opportunity, right?
Yeah, technically it's still within the 5-foot range.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
2 + 4, but good reminder. So you take 9 slashing damage, Monty, as this huge sword comes cleaving through your soft fur.
Shit, I feel like we're all going to die here.
Okay, that is the end of its turn. It is Zenarai's turn.
So, can I do some kind of Arcana check thing on it to see if I can understand what's animating this set of armor?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Does that count as an action?
No, it depends on the check. Sometimes those kind of checks count as an action, and sometimes they don't. Okay, so with a 5, you're not sure what is animating it, or even if it's animated, it might be a person you just can't see inside of. You conclude very little from your examination.
Okay, I'm going to blast it then.
Okay, go for it.
See if magic actually works on this thing.
Okay, with 17, your blast goes wide and nearly takes off Abe's head as he's in the blast radius of so many ricocheted shots.
Shit.
Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
Can I run up to here?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you can.
Cool.
You're on the second step of a throne dais. Do you just stand there?
Yeah, I'm going to wait and I'll check it out next turn.
Sweet. Next up is Joza. How does Joza deal with this situation?
Okay, so realizing that like our arrows aren't really working, I want to try and kind of immobilize him in a different way. So I'm going to try to whip out my hempen rope.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to basically, using my nimble halfling height and agility, try and like tie his legs up, basically. So I'm going to try and leap between his legs and like tie his legs up and shit, and then try and escape his reach without getting hacked to pieces.
Okay, well I think a halfling can run through an enemy creature of one size larger, because you're considered a small creature, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means, that's a very viable thing. You wouldn't attract an attack of opportunity because you're still within range. So it's more like a dexterity check, really, than like muscle. It's just about how quickly you can do this. So roll me a dexterity. Actually, no. What else would it be? Yeah, give me a dexterity check.
Okay.
Okay. With a 13, you do manage to get the rope in a sort of relatively convincing loop around this thing's legs, and its movement appears to be restricted at this stage. So it'll be, just remember that number, 13, and we'll see how the armored or person in armor deals with it on their turn, okay?
Okay, and I want to, once I've done that, I want to sort of like, still holding the rope, sort of like tumble a bit further away, so I get a bit out of his reach of swiping or something, more like over here. Okay, well, if you walk out of the 5-foot reach, he will get to take a swipe at you. Are you comfortable? No, okay, I won't do that. I'll stay here then. All right, cool. So you're attempting to sort of pull that tightly. All right, so this is going to be really interesting. Okay,
Abe's turn.
Okay, I am going to first use my bonus spell, which is Shield of Faith. Let me check if that is the one, actually. Yes, which just means that it grants me +2 AC.
Okay, cool.
And then I'm going to bring Fox. I'm going to bring Fox, hopefully behind me.
Ooh, it's Fox time. Okay.
That is possible.
So let me just see if I can grab him. I think that's
An unoccupied space within range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unusually intelligent, strong, and loyal.
Give me a second here.
Of course he is.
Hang on. You could have had a camel or an elk.
Yeah. I also can have a mastiff.
Oh.
Okay, so behind you, like there?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Can you ride them?
Sweet. Okay, so I think just to remind me of what we did with Find Steed, I think basically depending on the thing that you ask Fox to do, Fox is sort of like an independent creature that may or may not like take your suggestion when it happens, and you do like an animal handling check or something. Is that how we did it?
Yeah, I think that's how we did it.
That's how we adapted it because it was too OP otherwise.
Well, it was just me basically what's the word? Not doing enough research, because like steeds like this can go like one of two ways. Like either if they have their own initiative and stuff, then they're kind of like an independent creature. But if they're a mount, just a mount, then they don't really have their own turn. They sort of act on your turn and they don't do as much. So it's all kind of all over the place. So I kind of like this way of dealing with it better. Okay, so is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
One bonus action, and then you summon a thing. Okay, cool, awesome. Next up is Monty.
Okay, I am going to get out a little vial of holy water and sprinkle it, sort of spray it across Abelardo and Josa, and I am going to cast Bless.
Ooh.
Does it look like at the end of the F1, when they're shaking up the champagne bottle and spraying it?
Yeah, just that. It says up to 3 creatures. I believe it's 2 at level 2, which is what I've intended to do. Oh no.
You can target 1 additional for each slot above. No, it can be up to 3 creatures just at the regular level that you cast it at. So you don't need to cast it.
Okay. I'm actually going to cast it at level 1 in that case.
Cool. So give yourself back a second level slot and just get rid of the first level slot.
So basically, Abelardo and Josa get an extra D4 on attack and saving rolls.
Nice. Attack rolls or saving throws. That's really
and right?
good.
You might as well target yourself with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if it's up to 3, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Cool. All right.
Sweet.
So is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
I'm not going to move, so no, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Next up is the Helmed Horror. So it is going to try to like break its way out of this rope that it is now bound up with. So it's going to try and do a strength check, and it's got to beat 13, which is the level of dexterousness with which Joseph put it together. So if it doesn't beat 13, then I'll say it has to attack with, I suppose it depends how much it fails by. I'll decide what happens. Okay.
My goal was for it to be tripped up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it all really depends how much it fails by. So it could theoretically fall over if it fails poorly. We're sort of like improvising our own D&D mechanics here. I'm going to try to improvise the way it happens. Okay, cool. So this goes here. Okay, with a natural 1, it 100% falls backwards and lands on its clanging metal ass. And I'll say it is going to, I'll say that like took its action. So
yeah, sick.
Nice.
Beat the shit out of it.
It's going to try to deal with that on the next turn. That is Zenarai's turn.
Well, I guess I've got to blast him.
Okay, so with a 17, your bolt again sort of just manages to miss this creature, and also because you're using a ranged attack on a prone creature, it would be with disadvantage. So I mean, it doesn't matter because you missed, but basically a prone creature is harder to hit with a ranged attack. So
I thought it would be easier.
no, it's easier to hit a prone creature with a melee attack, like up close, because they're literally on the ground and you can hit them with sticks. But it's like if you see a sniper in the hills and he's lying down prone, he's harder to hit.
Yes. Okay.
Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
Shucks. I want to have a look at the throne to see if there's any like levers or switches or things that might be related to this throne.
Make an investigation check. Oh, okay. With a 16, you don't notice any levers, but you do notice that this thing is made out of wood. It looks like it's been somewhat hastily painted in like yellow paint, and it doesn't have much in the way of luxuries when you get really up close to it. So you are a little confused as to why they've gone to the trouble of making this grand dais if the throne is not that fancy on top of it.
Okay. Can I ask my imp if he knows anything about this armored guy in the room?
I'll say you've done a couple of things. You can do that on your next turn.
Cool. Okay.
All right. Next up is Jozo.
Filled with confidence by how well that rope trick worked, he's going to draw his short swords and just say, "Time to go to work," and just wants to start trying to stab him in the head through like some eye slits or something.
Through some what? Oh, through the eye slits. Okay. Yeah. So what weapon are you attacking with? Is it just regular short swords?
Short sword, yeah.
Okay, cool. Go for it. Roll with advantage because he's prone on the ground.
Yeah, and I've got to add a D4 to my attack roll.
Yeah, with
which I'll
bless.
do with bless. So let's do that.
All kinds of high rolling.
26, sweet. And let me roll D4.
The D4 is just to see if you hit. But with the 26, yeah, you hit. And you do damage him through the slit or in the gap in the armor, but it doesn't do as much damage as you would expect it to, based on your knowledge of how this works.
Okay, add a 3 to my Hunter's Mark.
What kind of damage is Hunter's Mark?
That's a good question.
If you just click on your spell, it'll like give you a detailed breakdown.
You just deal an extra damage of whatever the damage was, I think. So I 3 more piercing.
Okay, cool. So that is affected by this same sort of thing where you are unsure of why it's doing a different amount of damage than you usually would. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
I will, kind of frustrated at how little damage that did again, not learn my lesson and try again.
Okay, go for it.
Be like, ah!
Ooh, yeah. With a 27, you definitely hit. And you can roll your Hunter's Mark now if you want. Okay. Cool.
I get to re-roll once.
You get to re-roll ones on your D20, but if it's an attack thing, you don't get to re-roll it as a halfling. So that means this thing is still taking damage from these strikes with the blade, but you would know from your experience slashing up orcs and goblins that it should be doing more than it is.
Okay. So I will say that to the group. I'll say physical weapons aren't working, or at least piercing, and that's the end of my turn.
Cool.
Still standing open.
Yeah, Abe's turn.
I'm going to give breath weapon a chance. So it's a constitutional save of 13. Did that appear there?
Okay, so that determines whether the creature takes half damage or full damage. Is that what the Constitution save is for?
I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm just going to display it.
Okay, determines when you...
Yeah, half on a success.
Okay, sweet. And you've already rolled it, which is 3d6. Wow. Okay, so this thing is going to make a save. It succeeds, so it's going to take half. And also, Joza needs to make a roll. A Constitution save.
Sorry.
Guys. All right.
I'm pretty sure it's like a 15-foot cone. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you get to add your bless to it, so that helps.
Yes.
Okay. Oh wow.
That's not good.
That's not going to cut it. So you
Right.
take 5 cold damage, Josa, and I've just got to do a quick check here.
Sorry. I'll heal you afterwards.
So good.
Okay. All right. So this thing does take regular damage from that attack. Abe, you notice it aside from saving, he seems to take the damage that you would expect.
Okay.
As the armor looks like it's condensing slightly, like the outside of a cold lemonade. Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
Nice.
I can't make Fox do anything because that would be an action, right?
Well, no. We decided that because Fox is I've got to add Fox to this thing. Because Fox is going to be handled like an independent entity. They don't get to go on your turn, but they do get to go on their own turn.
Okay, perfect then. Then I am.
Cool.
I'm good.
Okay, cool. That means that the warhorse should have gone before, so I'll just say they go now. What do you ask them to do?
I'm going to ask him to use his trampling thing.
Okay,
If he
cool.
so desires.
Okay, cool. You can, because the situation is pretty easy for the warhorse to deal with, you can roll an animal handling check with advantage, so you get to roll twice.
Right.
This horse knows his way around a helmed horror.
Go one more time, Abe.
Yeah, and it just showed me here, which is 15.
Okay,
But
cool.
I don't know why it didn't do it automatically here. But it was 15. It did it on the page.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. So, you successfully see that Fox sort of tosses his head with what you can only describe as horse cockiness, and 5, 10, 15, 20. He sort of takes a noticeable run up and runs 20 feet straight at this helmed creature, and therefore it is going to attack with advantage. So it's going to do its hooves twice. Ooh, unlucky. Even with this huge warhorse running and trying to trample, it just sort of hits a particularly thick part of the helmet and just can't seem to penetrate it. But Fox is very much in the fight now. Next up is Monty's turn.
I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Nice.
Okay.
Remember,
spiritual
because
weapon.
that's
What?
a ranged attack, right? So you
Wait,
would.
I don't know why it says spiritual weapon there. That wasn't what I pressed.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Either way, because Guiding Bolt is a ranged attack, you'd be at disadvantage if you chose to do it from there. So you probably want to move a little bit away.
Is he not doing attacks of opportunity because he's restrained?
Yeah, I'll say because of this situation, it'll be pretty hard for him to do an attack of opportunity.
Okay, sweet.
But you'd still have disadvantage, wouldn't you? Because all range attacks are disadvantage against a prone person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Good point. It's not to do with the melee range; it's to do with him being.
Well, it's kind of both, but yes, it wouldn't make a difference in this situation.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to stay where I am and just give it a shot in that case.
Okay, go for it.
Let's go for it. So twice.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. So yeah, basically with a natural one, roll a d20 for me.
Gonna be sick again.
Can I add my bless to that?
Yeah, why not? Let's do
that
it.
one.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh no, you can't add the bless to a natural one.
Boo. But I can't. So I'm rolling a d20, and I can bless that.
Yeah, it'll be fun. We'll just see what happens.
Discord is getting in the way. So that.
Wow.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, so you got a 7. All right. So basically, you have to contort your body in such a weird way to aim a ranged attack at such close range, and you manage to like accidentally spill some of your gold from your money pouch, and 2 of your gold pieces spill onto the ground, going tink, tink, tink.
No!
Awesome. Is that the end of your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay, cool. This thing is going to try to escape from these ropes. So it's a 13 that it has to beat. Ooh, okay. So basically, with its strength, it manages to snap the ropes and free itself.
Sure.
So now it's going to use half of its movement to stand up. And I'll say... oh, no, that was the warhorse's strength. Technically, I have to roll this again. Okay, so go. 15. Okay, he still manages to escape, and he uses half of his movement to stand up. And he is going to use the rest of his movement to hover 15 feet in the air.
What?
As he just like leaps off the ground, which means that you all get an attack of opportunity.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Okay.
Does that include also the horse or just us?
No, it does. It does include the horse.
Hey. Okay. Great.
It's a basic attack, isn't it? An attack of opportunity.
Yeah, just whatever your basic melee attack would be.
Yeah.
With that one.
Okay, so with 10, you see Fox slams into the creature with his hooves, but the hooves don't do as much as they should. The short sword attack from Joza unfortunately misses, as I'm still good. The attack from Abe also misses, unfortunately, and I think someone else... Is that everyone?
Abe, remember you've got... Abe, you get to add your bless. So that might tip him over.
Yeah, add your bless.
Oh, can we use our bless then?
Yeah. It's good for a minute, which I believe is like 12 turns or something.
No, it'd be 10 turns.
10 turns. Yeah.
What is it that I need to?
You
Add a D4.
Just roll a D4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I haven't done mine.
So
I haven't done mine yet.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
You do manage to hit Abe, and you notice that the creature takes damage from your... What kind of great axe are you using? Is it just a regular one, Abe?
Regular, yeah, it's a regular great axe.
Okay, cool. So the armored figure takes damage from your axe, but not the amount that you feel that he should. And the halberd of... Is that the halberd of feathers, Monty?
It is the halberd of feathers.
Okay.
16.
Unfortunately, no, that would be 18. And unfortunately, that one doesn't connect either, as this thing hovers 15 feet above you. So that is going to be the warhorse's turn, because I forgot to do it last time. And the warhorse is going to just sort of like, I don't know, stand there and then think, actually, roll a d20, Abe, because the horse doesn't have many ways to hit a creature 15 feet above it. So roll a d20 to see how clever.
Sorry.
That's okay. Fox sort of like goes up on his hind legs like a Ferrari symbol and tries to like hoof him, but Fox isn't quite tall enough or isn't able to jump in that direction. Next up is Zenarai's turn.
Okay, so I'm going to convene with Gahat Malachis and see what he knows about this type of enemy, see if we're missing something.
Okay, so what sort of question do you just tell me what you say to him?
Gahat Malachis, what is this thing? Why can't we hurt it?
Okay, so then if you have his stats, roll a intelligence check for the imp. Or can you tell me what his modifier? Oh, nice. With a 17, the imp thinks to itself for a sec and says, it's not a person. It's a suit of armor. I mean, it's very hard to hurt metal. How would you break your sword? I don't know. And that's the end of his response.
So say, hey guys, it's a suit of armor.
Thank you.
Nice. Is that the end of your turn, Zenarai?
No. Can I try and blast him?
Go for it.
Right. You fucker.
Ooh.
Boom.
Okay, with a 26, you connect squarely. However, the blast of Eldritch energy just ripples around the armor and has no effect.
Ah, shit.
Ah.
Not getting much easier, guys.
Make an Arcana check, Zenari.
Okay.
So Frost was the only one that had damaged him, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Okay. With a 7, you're not sure why, but you get the sense that the imp has probably seen one of these before. You're not sure what else to conclude, really. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
I sit down on the throne.
Nice. You feel regal despite feeling violently ineffective.
Yes. Continue, my minions.
Next up is Joza.
Yeah, I mean, so seeing that, what looked like, I know I'm not magic, but I can tell that he was not disturbed by that eldritch blast. I'm gonna do a perception check to see if I can see anything else in this room that maybe is controlling this thing, or that I can use to influence it somehow.
Okay, make a perception check.
So,
Okay, with a 15, you notice and you remember that the hot coals in the brazier, had an impact on the rug, and it also seems to be the only other things in this room that are movable.
okie dokie.
Cool.
So in that case, for my action, I that thought pops into my head, and I will combat roll over to, I guess, this brazier.
Cool. Yeah, you're next to the brazier. Yeah.
And I'm going to. How can I do this without hurting myself? Fuck it, I'm just gonna pick up a hot coal and throw it at it.
Okay. With your bare hands.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Make a what would this be? Make a dexterity check for me.
Yeah. Okay. Can I use absorb elements as well if I take fire damage?
Yeah, definitely.
Right, sweet. So dexterity.
Okay, yeah. With the 15, you managed to pick up the coal quickly enough that you don't get seriously burned, and manage to huck it at the armor. Now roll a d6 to see what damage it does.
All right.
Nice. Okay. You see this thing takes the full impact of the flames, sort of gently turning one of his armored panels of red hot, and the coal seems to stick to the armor more than it should, in that it should just bounce off, but it seems to be sticking to him.
Did you guys see that? Maybe the coals or something? And then that's it.
Okay, sweet. Awesome. That is Abe's turn. What would Abe like to do?
I am going to use, again, my bonus action to give myself, actually not myself, what's your armor?
My armor class, 12.
Yeah, okay, then you. I am going to touch Monty.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly. With Shield of Faith.
That's something that you can cast again.
Yeah, it's a bonus. As far as I understand, I can actually cast it again.
Because you've got more first level spell slots, so that should be fine.
Yeah.
Cool. So you've got a +2 bonus. What does the Shield of Faith look like as it appears on Monty's exterior?
It's just like a bubble. He's a bird in a bubble.
Okay, so I've got 2 more AC. Is that what it does?
That's correct, yeah.
Cool.
And then I am going to use the Warhammer and try and hit this man.
Well, he is 15 feet off the ground, so you would need to jump up and hit him or throw something. So if you wanted to try to jump, you can make an athletics check. Or
Okay, let's do an athletics check then.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, sick leap.
Okay, yeah, I'll say with a 14 and the sort of like rage coursing through you, you managed to jump up. Now do an attack with your axe thing.
Yeah. I'm using the warhammer this time.
Okay, go for it. What is there anything special about the warhammer?
No, it's just a regular
Cool.
warhammer.
With a 20, you definitely connect with this thing's like upper thigh, managing to do damage to it, but just again, it seems to be taking less than normal, but still something from this attack. And you can see the metal panel start to dent and show the wear of these attacks. Is there anything you want to do with your turn?
Nope, I'm just happy that it actually connected. So I'm just going to do like a ridiculous happy dance and be done with my turn.
Nice. Monty, you see Abe do a jig.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that makes me think, well, surely now this guiding bolt's going to work. Well, question. As he's now flying, I'm guessing their ranged is not at a disadvantage.
That is correct. That is very correct.
Okay. I'm going to give it a shot. Fire and ice, but what about light? That's my question. Okay, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Oh
yeah.
My goodness.
And we're D4 on that bad boy.
That is a very convincing strike, as all of the frustration from the previous misses is channeled into this one strike. You hold out your hand and like an enormous like Eldritch Blast style basketball of energy just connects with this guy, and he takes the full damage from this attack, and that means the next person has advantage on their attack.
Sick.
Nice. He's sort of bathed in this burning white light.
I applaud politely from my throne.
Cool. Next up is the creature who is going to land on this side of Monty, and
good.
At the beginning of his turn, roll a d6, Josa, as the burning hot coal continues to sort of stick to his armor. Oh wow, 6, nice. You notice that the spot around where the coal stuck seems to be going like a black color. Cool, and he is going to take a strike at Monty. Does a 16 hit Monty?
It does.
Okay.
No, it doesn't.
Because you're.
Sorry.
Oh no, is +2 even still?
I thought you'd done it twice. You got +4. Wasn't that point?
No, the first person, the first Shield of Faith was cast on Abe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And I was only on 12, so that's only on 14.
Okay, cool. So this means you take 12 slashing damage. Holy moly!
Good stuff.
And then he is going to try to attack you again with a 13, which I think misses, right?
Yes, that misses. Yes.
So this time, the longsword sort of hits the edge of the bubble and goes bloop 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 bloop.
Yeah. Good bubble.
Good stuff.
Nice. And that is the end of this creature's turn. It is going to be the warhorse's turn. So make a... Yeah, I'd say the situation is still pretty good. Make a animal handling check with advantage, please, Abe.
Mm-hmm. So that's 1 and 2. Did both of them go through? Because it's some... No,
Just one.
Just the first one. Ooh, yeah. With a natural 20, you see Abe go 5, 10. Sorry, you see the warhorse take, again, a run up, feeling confident, and attempts to slam into this creature again. And I'm just going to roll.
Does he get an advantage from
what does
before?
he get? Why would he get advantage? Sorry, what? Oh, yes, because of the guiding bolt.
This fucking massive runner.
Yeah, something happened.
No, the
guiding bolt means
yeah.
the next attack that lands on him, right? Is
yeah, that's true.
Can I,
oh my goodness! Sorry, what were you going to say, Zenray?
I was going to say, before he, as he took his backed up for his run up, I was going to cast Mage Hand to slap him on the ass.
I can say you did that, and he ran particularly compellingly.
I'm helping.
Okay, cool. So now we're going to do damage for this. Holy moly! But first, the target must succeed And it'll be knocked prone. The horse can make an. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. All right, so first we're going to do the damage, which is 2d6 plus 4. Okay, so 13. So okay.
Everything's
So
frozen.
firstly,
I think that's us.
you see the hooves sort of like start to impact this creature in the chest, and then we're going to see if the creature takes a saving throw or not. Ooh, he just manages to succeed. So he stays up as this enormous horse's front hooves are just resting on his chest, and he pushes the horse off with immense strength. Next up is Zenerai.
That wasn't enough for that attack.
It wasn't enough for what, sorry?
His horse cockiness
Yeah,
strong enough.
exactly. His hubris.
Didn't quite.
Okay. Question.
Thaumaturgy, yeah.
Can I use that to affect the coal that's burning on his chest?
What would you want to affect it in? What manner?
Because you cause flames to flicker, brighten, dim, or change color.
I mean, not really. This kind of spell doesn't really change the damage of things. It just changes their appearance and their sort of those kind of effects. There is actually a specific spell that does what you're describing, called like Control Flames, that I think is like a cantrip. It's like another low level spell. It's just not this one.
Got it. Okay. So can I, in that case, do Mage Hand and use it to hawk some coals at the set of armor?
Let me see. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So make a dexterity check. Okay. So you managed to pick up a coal, but you choose a brazier that is like right next to you instead of one that's like right next to the creature. And so the throw manages to land well short, like right here, and it just looks a little bit sad. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
Good.
No, I lounge back into my throne and feign indifference.
Okay, make a performance or deception check. I want to see how good this indifference is. Oh wow, yeah. The rest of you are surprised to notice that Zenerai looks genuinely disinterested in the affairs of this. Was it disinterest? Yeah, genuinely disinterested. Next up is Joza.
Right, so I want to, seeing the great effect of the coals and the flame it's having, what I'd like to do is jam my short swords into the brazier.
Nice.
Get some kind of sweet, like burning flaminess going on them, and then stick that into the melted armor plate of the helmed horror.
Okay, go for it.
Nice.
Roll an attack, or you just roll an attack. Yeah. Oof. Unfortunately, the heat radiating off of the blades that you just heated up causes you to like be a little reluctant with your grip as it starts like hurting your hands, and you miss the first strike. Do you get to attack again?
I do.
Oh, you can also add your D4, but it wouldn't have helped.
No. Well, also, it's 10 turns total, right?
For what?
A
Bless. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I reckon we've probably done 10 turns.
Since the beginning of Bless? I don't think so.
I think like 4 or 5 probably.
Yeah, it's about 5 or so.
10 turns of, like, is it I'm 1 turn, Abelardo's
Oh,
another turn?
no. 10 rounds. Okay. So every single person has to do something in a round.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yes. In that case, there's loads.
Yeah, unfortunately, the heating the blade method has caused you to get heated up more than the creature, and you just sort of go, ow, ow, oh, this is really hurting.
I'm gonna drop my swords because they're so hot.
Okay, cool. Is that the end of your turn?
Shit. Yes, that's the end of my turn.
Cool. Next up is Abe. You've seen Joza drop his swords and go, ow, that's hot.
Okay, I'm going to try to attack with my warhammer.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I am going to Do I need to use the D4 now, or does that?
It might make a difference.
No,
Okay.
you've hit. You just managed to hit.
Okay, so I'm going to use my bonus spell, Searing Smite.
Oh, perfect.
It's the last slot I have for bonus one, but
Go for it.
at least it hit. So did that appear there?
Searing Smite. Okay. So the
It
DC
is fire damage. I'm going to put it on the thing so that you can see it. I think that is.
and fire damage. Okay. So
Causes the target.
what's the Constitution save for? It doesn't.
It appears to be 13, isn't it?
I think it's 13. Let me check that.
On a failed save, it takes the fire damage. On a successful save, the spell
it's 13,
ends.
13 Constitution. I think.
Oh, that's if it's on fire. That's for every turn. I
Oh,
think.
I see. Okay.
That's
So
that's next.
not of each
Start
of
of
its. It's not until the spell ends. Okay, so he doesn't need to make a saving throw until the next turn. At the moment, he's just on fire and takes the 5 fire damage, and he does take the whole fire damage as you notice the flames start to like lick up the sides of the armor very convincingly. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, that's okay. Just like
Right.
folks behave, but that's fine.
And I will say that the warhammer makes a big gong sound as it hits the armor, and the flames just burst out of it.
Cool.
Go, Warhammer.
Next up is Monty's turn.
I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
Ooh. Okay, so
Kaja!
needs to make a dexterity saving throw. Is that the idea?
Yes, he needs to dexterity saving throw or take 2d8.
Okay. Ooh, with a 19, he manages to evade convincingly. And this is the one where just nothing happens, right?
Yeah, nothing happens in that
Okay.
case.
This
and
enormous.
he's down on
Yeah, go on.
Sorry, go. I was going to say he's down on the ground, isn't he, as well?
No, he's standing. Remember?
He's he's
He
on
didn't get
standing.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. So
He's
that's what I
not
meant.
flying.
He's not flying anymore. Yes,
No,
that's what I
he's
meant.
not
Sorry.
flying.
Okay.
Cool.
That's all then.
Okay, this creature is going to see the damage that Abe is causing and gonna lash out at Abe with violence. An 11 misses, and a 14 also misses. So this creature is getting frustrated, and it looks to be on death's door, like it's all kind of burnt up. And at the beginning of its turn, roll a d6 to see how much the coal does.
Do I have to roll a d6
Oh
then?
no, sorry. Just did you throw a coal, Abe?
Joseph
yeah.
did.
Sorry.
I did.
Yeah. So
yeah.
let's do the coal first, and then
Okay.
I'll do the other thing afterwards.
So
Okay.
D6.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Okay, hold on.
Cole is the MVP of this fight.
Yeah.
Okay, 5. Okay, so this thing, the flames look to be almost taken over. So now he needs to make a Constitution saving throw or take damage from the fire. Is that how it works?
Yep.
On a successful save, the spell ends. Okay, so the
Yeah,
fire
that.
manages to get stamped out as he sort of pats himself down. Video of it. Put out the flames, or if some other effect does the flames. Okay, cool. So he pats out the flames, and that's the end of his turn. Next up is the warhorse's turn. So yeah, give me another animal handling check with advantage, Abe.
Yeah.
With advantage?
Oh, with advantage. Sorry.
Yeah, basically the way I'm going to handle it is as the situation gets worse for Fox, the animal handling check becomes harder. But at the moment, Fox hasn't been hit. He's got freedom of movement. He's feeling great.
Things
Okay.
spoiled.
Yeah. So with an 18, Fox leaps into action and tries to hoof him real good. But unfortunately,
Real good.
unfortunately, the hooves manages to scrape off the sides of the armored form and cause enormous sparks to shower everywhere. And this is Zenarai's turn. And as Abe says, good effort, you see the warhorse Fox turn to Abe and just sort of toss its head less cockily than before.
And wink.
Licks his lips seductively. Okay, I get bored of feigning indifference and say, no, guys, it was difference all along. And and I run up here and I go for my mage hand trick on this brazier again.
Okay, go for it. Make a dexterity check, or actually, this is kind of arcana, because it's not really your physical dexterity; it's your ability to control magic. So give me an arcana check. Okay, with 13, you just managed to throw the coal. Like, in fact, because it's only 5 feet away, your arcane hand realizes that it can just place the coal on the armor. So roll 1d6 for me.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay. How do you want this thing to be defeated?
Oh, sick. So the mage hand goes. It looks like it's going to stuff it in the eye slits, but at the last minute it veers around the back of his head and it shoves the coal right up his arse.
Nice. Sweet. And with a gout of flames emitting from its face hole, it just sort of stops moving altogether and struggling as it just sort of starts to melt. Nice. We are out of combat. Well done, guys. That was a tricky one.
That was a 1 hour 20 battle.
Yeah, but it was so delicious.
It was.
That was fucking tasty. There's some mechanics going on there.
All kinds of mechanics.
You can try and grab it.
Oh man.
Yeah, can I grab his longsword and
Yeah.
check if there's anything that is of use?
Okay, make an investigation check.
Can I just quickly interrupt? The soundtrack that I'm listening to has it's like a funeral march is playing now. It's extremely apt.
It's on the side of the ghostly armor.
Yeah, your music does not support your quest. With a 6, you manage to pick up the longsword because it's very clearly right there. It appears a bit charred, but nonetheless, seems to be a regular longsword in good order. And you don't notice anything else. I mean, it's empty, the suit of armor.
Did you just drop Kronos on the floor?
Back. Hello.
Nice. What would you guys like to do?
Yeah, exactly.
Did he drop any loot?
No, Abe investigated and only found the longsword he was carrying.
Okay.
Yeah. You can investigate further, guys. I just missed anything else.
Well, I mean, should we go back to this throne thing that I looked at it earlier, and it appeared like it was hastily scrabbled together.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Okay, you go over to the throne and you see pointed out to you exactly what Zenarai has described, like pretty kind of like, it looks like an imitation throne almost.
Where's the head honcho? Clearly these traps are meant to keep people out.
Yeah. It's why would you build a makeshift throne for such a complicated, animated, monster? Doesn't make sense. And I'm gonna stab the throne with my sword.
Okay.
See what happens.
You stab the throne with your sword and it makes a thunk noise of metal impacting wood.
I feel bad for Joser, so I cast thaumaturgy and make the coals briefly glow blue.
You see the coals around you glow blue, and you're almost shocked by how much of an impact your sword onto the throne has had.
Yeah, wow. Just kind of great.
You have 2 short swords, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to use this one.
Try and go up.
And say, are we pushing on, folks? If so, I might just have to touch myself briefly first if we have no plan to have a little rest.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Look at Joseph.
Okay, represent.
Sick.
Can we all get ones like that?
Yeah, hold on. Let
fucking
me.
sick.
Really? Did you guys? Are you being sarcastic, or are you genuinely that excited?
No, it's really cool.
No.
Okay, let's do a quick token search. Next up, we have what class is Monty?
Yeah. So cleric. Yeah. It feels like we're playing like an old school Baldur's Gate with that kind of.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love the excitement. That was so much excitement.
So much genuine excitement as well.
Got a little name tag.
Okay, I'm gonna touch myself briefly if we're gonna push on.
Ah,
What's
sweet.
that?
This is gonna be, I'll say Monty, because that's what happened when I
Cool.
typed it in.
Oh.
I'm just
Just
gonna
imagine something.
Yeah,
Sorry.
go on.
I was say just imagine something slightly more pathetic than that.
Also,
Yeah, like,
you can. We'll test this afterwards, but I should be able to do some cool stuff. But we'll see. So I'm just going to get rid of him. No, didn't get rid of him. Get rid of him. There we go. All right. So who's the next person that wants to do? Let's do Abe. So Abe's what class? Paladin.
I am a paladin, yes.
Oh, that looks paladin-y.
Ooh.
I think the one that
Yeah.
Monty is like what I'd imagine Abe to be fair, like a shield
Yeah,
and a mace.
But I think she's a dragonborn. He's a dragonborn. So yeah, I mean it's really quite tricky. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can find. Hold on.
It's like a dragon monster or something.
Because the search field doesn't respond very well to like specific criteria. It's like very general. Okay, so yeah, let's just go with that until I can figure out another way to do it.
Yeah, so it's kind of done by class.
Yeah, class seems to be what it's responding well to rather than getting more specific. Cool. So now I'm gonna open this, get rid of this. So it's a cool thing that should be able to happen once I've done this. All right, so then next up is the sorcerer. Is that right? Is that right?
Warlock.
Oh, warlock, thank you. Warlock. Is that with an E at the end?
No.
Okay, cool. Do you want to have purple hair and black clothes and that's pretty much it?
Yeah.
It's really odd. It's just standing like stock still.
Oh wow!
You can say no if you would prefer something a little bit more magic-y.
No, I'm down with it.
Okay, cool. That is pretty funny.
Not even really doing anything. It kind of looks like you're at like a chef's station or
Just
something. Like
Just standing still.
standing there, looking over something.
How do you change the orientation?
Of what?
Like that. Cool. Got it.
Yeah, you got a little rotate there.
Awesome. And how long does the steed stay summoned for?
Character. There's a little blue line coming up with a blue square.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Awesome.
Sick.
Now you guys look all kinds of convincing.
We are so happily lame.
Okay, sweet.
Nice. So how long does the steed fox stay summoned for?
He stays until his life point hits 0.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I'll try to click that.
I'm
What would you guys
sliding down
like
the
to
banister.
do? You slide convincingly down the banister.
Okay.
I didn't ask for a check because I feel like Zenarai has probably slid down many banisters.
No, sister.
You hear the coals gently crackling in the echoing foyer.
Okay, let's barrel on up since there's nothing else going on here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
100%.
everyone stop moving their icons so I can copy them to the next map.
Excellent.
So as you come up the sides of these sort of curved staircases, you see another little bridge cross the expanse below you and lead to several more stairs. And then you come into a semicircular room. And around the curved edge of the room in front of you are 5 statues of very grand looking figures, some of which have crowns on their head, some of which have swords underneath their crossed hands. And at the foot of each of those statues is a lit candle.
Well, like a really sick candle.
It looks... I don't understand.
Got like a sweet skull on the side of it or something.
Oh no. they just look like regular candles, possibly made from animal fat.
Bro, that candle is fucking lit.
Lit, yeah.
Okay. Shall we inspect the details of these 5 statues a little more closely?
Yeah.
Work
Let's
out
get involved.
which fuckers we want to extinguish. I mean, oh, look at these statues. These look nice. Let's take a closer look.
Yes, this looks like some magic shit to me.
Wow,
So
that's
no-
my
so no,
thing. Okay,
Is everyone
guys.
Sorry, out of context, has everyone else got little name tags, or is it just me?
No,
I've got
I
two.
put those name
I
tags
think
there
each-
so that I could remember which one of you was which.
Mm-hmm.
I think you see your own.
Yeah, I see my own.
Okay.
Given that I always smash the Arcana rolls, I would like to make an Arcana check.
Nice. Go for it. And tell me what you're trying to determine.
So I'm trying to determine what relationship there is between the candle and the statue.
Okay.
If there's some kind of magic thing that'll happen if we light certain ones or extinguish others.
Okay, with a 12, you get the sense that there is some sort of arcane enchantments going on here. Firstly, because it seems like the candles should have burnt down by this point if it weren't for an arcane influence. It doesn't seem like, usually at the bottom of a candle there's a huge buildup of wax, but these don't seem to have that. They just seem to be the same state they were in however long they were put here ago. But you're not sure what the relationship is between the two of them. Other than that, with a 12, it's not really clear at this point what... You don't see like big invisible lines of magic leading anywhere.
Okay. I shout, "Ever burning candles!" and step backwards.
I'd like to check the one in front of me as well.
Okay, what are you hoping to determine?
I'd like to ascertain who the figure depicts first.
Okay, make a history check.
Oh, good.
Okay. With a 4, which one are you standing in front of? Okay, that one appears to be a dwarf with a crown on his head, and that's all you've been able to gather. Probably royalty, seemingly old if they've been turned into a statue. Well, if a statue has been made of them, you're not sure if it's an actual person turned to stone or not.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm also gonna try and check if I recognize the people.
Okay.
Well, the statues. So that's history, right?
Yes, history, please.
Yeah, the one that I'm in front of. So the first one on the right.
Oh, wow. With a natural 20. Okay. You see a person there that is a dragonborn, and it kind of makes sense that you would know this person, because he is the ancient king of the dragonborn people from about 400 years ago, and his name is Arcanus, Arcanus, and he was sort of the leader. What happened?
His name is Arcanus.
Yeah, exactly. And he was sort of the leader of the
Dragons.
Dragonborn people before they were sort of driven away by war and sort of racism, and now there's pretty much none of them around that you know of except for you.
Okay.
For real. I'm going to try and do a perception check. I'd rather do, like, in this sort of area.
What are you hoping to
see if I-
determine?
Like, what if there's anything particularly useful to know about these? Not like who that person is, but if this is like a trap or a trigger of some sort.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Nope.
Okay, with an 8, you don't notice any mechanical levers or tripwires or anything. It seems to just be what it is. If there are things here, it's not visible to you in a mechanical sense, but you do notice that there is a like barred door leading to, sorry, it's like a portcullis leading to a staircase just above you. So let me just see if I can show you what I mean. There, can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's right there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, if I saw that, I would obviously just wander over to it. So just go and like have a little fiddle with that, so I can see.
Okay, well, it's a portcullis, so it's a series of iron bars crisscrossing each other, ending in like spikes jutting into the ground. It looks like it's
So
yeah,
giving it a cursory tug. Presumably, it's locked fast.
Yeah, it feels heavy and in place, and you presume that it sort of like comes down from above, but you can't really see any sort of mechanism.
So we've got there's a dragonborn and a dwarf. What are the other races of the statues?
Okay, this one over here appears to be human. This one is an elf, and this one you don't recognize the race. It's just sort of very pointy features, very skinny. You're not really sure.
Can I inspect this one a bit more then?
Yeah, go for it. What are you hoping to determine?
See if I can work anything out about what it is.
Like
If it's some kind of
what kind of race it is?
yeah.
Make a
See if it's some kind of shared. Yeah.
make a history check.
No.
Okay, with an 8, you are uncertain, but it doesn't match any of the sort of traditional depictions of the races of Drab that you're familiar with.
Can I also check if I recognize that thing on the floor, if it's like a portal like the one we saw in the other place, with the door, with the symbol thingy?
The teleportation door.
Yeah.
Sure. Are you talking about this thing?
Yes.
Okay, make an investigation check for me.
Hey.
Okay, yeah. With an 18, it doesn't appear to be a teleportation circle in any way. It doesn't appear to be arcane. It appears to be symbolic, and it's a series of arrows all coming out from a central point and pointing at like all the different directions around it. And this is a symbol that you vaguely remember in the back of your memory that long ago they used this symbol to describe like a meeting place for people from various different kingdoms to come together and like discuss their issues. It's like coming from far to meet at this point.
Okay. I'm going to convey that, guys. This is a place where people used to come from different places and talk.
Like we are now.
Where's the-
like friends.
I see no tiefling ambassador. Highly suspect.
I see no furbolgs. What did we do wrong?
I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe we should hold hands about it.
Come closer.
we check if there's anywhere else we can go inside this place?
Sure, make a perception check.
Perception. There you go.
Oh no, it won't let me. Oh,
Okay. With a 9, you don't notice any other exits, but you do notice there is there's a staircase that you came up to get here, but no other noticings.
Okay. Oh god. Okay. If you stop having an orgy over there, maybe we can try and find a way
Monty,
to get somewhere else in
Zenarai,
here.
Monty, Zenarai, and Joseph make an acrobatics check.
Oh dear.
Okay, so Monty, you manage to trip over and fall on the ground on your back. Josa, you try to like dance around Monty, but then trip and fall on top of him. And then Zenarai, you step over both of them successfully, but then do like a really cocky dance and then fall down on top of them.
Well, how are you guys doing?
I feel like we solved the riddle.
Very happy for you guys.
Is the portcullis still closed now?
Yes, you feel that falling on top of each other has not had any
It's
impact on the portcullis.
It's closed more firmly.
Else,
Earlier.
if he can try and open that door.
Sorry, you want to ask who to do what?
Fox, if he can try and open that sealed door that I don't remember if Zenoriah or Joseph found.
Oh, okay.
That one.
You beckon Fox. He sort of goes over to the portcullis. Does Zenarai stay there or does he move?
Do you want to stay away?
Okay, so then the warhorse is going to try to attack it. And with an 8, his hooves just sort of clang against the metal and he sort of dejectedly walks off into the sort of middle of the room and looks a little upset.
Oh,
I'm gonna give
okay. You did well. You did well.
Did you say what these are? They just kind of torches on the ground or something?
Sorry, point to what you're describing. Oh, yeah, those are more braziers, just like the one below.
Braziers are usually seem to be significant in this place.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start fucking with it.
What if we?
Was Ross.
Yeah, brazier. Oh,
Okay.
brazier.
Cool.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to inspect the statue on the left,
Which one are you referring to?
the westernmost statue.
Okay, make a history. Well, if you're inspecting it, are you trying to figure out who it is or what the statue?
What the statue is depicting.
Okay, so an 18 history. It appears to be human. It appears to have a crown on its
Oh,
head.
wait, we know this one is. No, do we know this one?
You know
What?
it's an elf.
No. Yeah. This one is the race that you don't recognize. This one is an elf. This one is a dragonborn. This one is a dwarf. And this one is a human. And it has a crown on its head. And you recognize it as Gelt, Gelt. And he was like the king of this region where Orphea now stands, like again 400 years ago, before Orphea was even built.
Okay. What do we have in our party? So we have a furbolg. We have is a tiefling an elf or is a tiefling?
No, a tiefling
Unrelated.
looks like pointy horns and a tail.
Ah, yeah, like a satyr kind of thing. Okay.
I'm gonna see if
So-
I'm
None of these depict us.
Lies. We are depicted. You are
Oh,
just not.
just you, actually. Just Abelardo.
Wait.
Well,
is
why
it
don't-
more like a-
We don't have a tiefling, we don't have a halfling, we don't have a furbolg. So you're the only
Oh.
one that there is something depicted of.
Ooh,
Then
okay.
why doesn't
of your statue.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to try and grab that handle. See if that does anything.
You're going to grab the candle, did you say?
Or try to blow it all out.
So, hold on. Are you grabbing it or are you trying to blow it out?
I want to try and grab it first.
Okay. You hold your hand out and try to remove it from its pedestal, but it appears to be stuck fast, even with your considerable strength. Okay. So you are unable to remove it at this point, Abe. You're stymied by a small lump of wax or fat.
Okay.
I snort derisively behind him.
You hear like a strong gust of wind hit you in the back of the neck as an enormous derisive snort catches you.
Okay.
I walk up and say, "Move out of the way. I'll show you how it's done," and try to lift the candle out of the way.
What do you do with the candle? Sorry.
I try to pick it up.
Okay, you try to pick it up. Make a strength or athletics check or something. Either one, I said. The reason I said or something is because it's kind of similar. All right, even with a 15, you see your muscles bulge, but it doesn't move an inch.
Joseph wants to see if he knows anything about this dwarf, because he's drawn to him being the only smaller race.
Okay.
Maybe recollect something about the dwarves of the mountains or the hills nearby or something.
Make a history check. Ooh, with a natural. Okay, you are confident that this is the dwarven queen, Yavel. So it's spelled like this, Yavel, except with a capital Y. And because dwarves live considerably longer, there are rumors that she is still queen of the kingdom beneath the Roost, which is a mountain to the sort of west.
Sounds.
Does she have a beard?
She has a small beard, yes.
Great.
Hard.
So I turn around and say, yes, actually, I know this one. It's Yavel, dwarf queen. Don't know how that helps us.
What about the unknown one?
From what I can see, the only place we can go through is that door that Joseph found. That kind of like gated.
Has anyone tried extinguishing these things, or have they just been pulling on them?
I like pulling.
I
think it's a puzzle, and I think that one of us is represented and the others aren't, or there's some weird race that we don't know. That one's a bit weird. I want to. Should we try and blow one of these out?
Mm-hmm.
Goes like, and blows out the candle in front of him.
You feel a strong gust of wind blow through the room as they coalesce these like little bits of wind into an enormous wind elemental. And you need to roll initiative. Joser is the first to react as this wind suddenly coalesces behind him into an enormous creature that looks like this. Wait for it. It's kind of mildly terrifying.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Arrows.
Arrows are perfect.
Yeah, I can't see how that's not going to come back to haunt us. What could I do?
You got elemental arrows. Lightning arrows.
I've got magic arrows, but all they do is can change direction. So what's the actions as well? I'm guessing making it into like a flame wind elemental is probably not a very good idea either. I'm just gonna, fuck it. I've got to test it. I'm going to do all I know and shoot an arrow at its face. So let's do that.
Okay. With the 22, you manage to connect with your arrow, and the sort of thick, dense part of wind at the center of the creature seems to writhe away from the attack. But it takes less damage than you would expect it to from an arrow like that.
Okay.
So it still takes damage, just less.
I'll do it again.
Okay, go for it.
Nice.
Are you shooting with the arrows that change direction or just the regular ones?
Just the regular ones.
Okay, wow, with the 25, you hit again, and the creature sort of writhes in mild discomfort as it sustains some damage from your attack.
And yeah, I'm going to combat wall a bit further away to right here.
Nice. Each one of those squares is 5 feet, just in case you're trying to calculate in future.
Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Sweet. That is the air elemental's turn. So it is going to move to Monty, who happens to be the closest to it, and you feel it move into your space, this immense like hurricane, and you can feel yourself almost being knocked over, and then it is going to try to whirlwind you. So you need to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, good at those.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
There's so much description for what happens if you fail the throw, but I can't even find what happens if you succeed.
That sounds really bad.
This is like, oh, wow. It honestly is like the very last sentence. If the saving throw is successful, okay, cool. All right, sweet. So you take half of the damage I'm about to describe. Okay, so 6 bludgeoning damage as this thing just throws more wind at you. You can feel your tendons stretching under the strain.
Sweet.
Okay, that is the end of its turn. Next up is Abe.
Yeah. How far can I move? Was it 60 or 30?
30 feet.
30, yes. So fine. I'm just going to move closer. 6.
So that would be 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, like 6 squares, right? Well, I can't see where you are.
I was near the Dragonborn, so I'm just like midway now.
Cool, yeah.
And I don't think I can do anything else.
You can use your action to move another 30 feet. It's called dashing, but then you won't be able to do an action because you would have used it to move.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, but I am the tank anyway, so I am going to use it to at least attract the attention of the thingy.
Okay, so you would like to stay where you are or move?
I'm moving there.
Okay, cool. That's where you are. Is there anything else you want to do? I think if you had a bonus action or something.
No, because I used my slots for bonus actions from the spells, so no.
Okay, cool. So make an animal handling check to see how Fox responds to this giant ball of wind. But you don't have advantage because the warhorse is kind of a bit scared of this thing. It's very like unnatural.
Okay.
Because it's like, you know how animals are afraid of storms and lightning storms and things?
Yep.
What am I looking for? Cool.
18's
okay.
pretty good.
Yeah, 18's great. Okay, so what would you like Fox to attempt?
I need to refresh the actions that he has.
Oh, he can only like attack or do a trampling attack, but you could ask him to, run away, provide morals. Like you could ask him to do anything.
Okay, I am actually then going to ask him to stay in the way of who's the person that has the lowest armor, guys? You?
Yeah.
Monty? Okay, so just like try and protect Monty, get in the way.
Interesting. Okay. So he's going to move over here in the hopes of, actually, I suppose he'll attack. I suppose the best way to protect Monty, Fox interprets that as attacking this creature. So he is going to make an attack. Ooh, wow. With a 24. Just crazy. Okay, so then we're gonna do
That horse
some.
is cocky for Monty.
Yeah.
Horse cocky.
Okay, so does 11 damage to this thing, but again, only some of that manages to penetrate the windy exterior, and the creature is going to have to make a saving throw against 14, so a strength saving throw, and it fails. So that means the warhorse fox gets to make another hoof attack.
Nice.
But unfortunately, the hoof misses the mark as the horse is a bit spooked by being this close to loud wind. And I believe that would knock the creature prone, but this creature does not get knocked prone and is seemingly immune to being prone.
Okay.
So that means it is Monty's turn. What would Monty like to do?
Right. I am going to guiding bolt it in the face.
Okay. So you're at a disadvantage, but roll twice anyway.
Oh yeah, shit. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to bless myself, Abelardo, and I don't think I can get Josa. 30 feet?
5, 10.
It's on the verge.
Hold on.
I can bless.
5, 10, 15.
I'd rather bless.
No, I think I'm just outside.
Yeah, I think
Just
that's
out?
outside, yeah.
Okay, I'll bless myself, Abelardo, and Fox in that case.
Cool. You each have a d4 to attack rolls and saving throws, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. You feel this warm, sunshiny glow embrace you, and the smell of fresh grass fills your nostrils.
Delightful.
That
Is that
should
the end?
come forth, by the way.
Delightful. And then I at the end, after everyone kind of relaxes, I scream. Ah!
Is there anything else you want to do with your turn, Monty?
Just that shout. That's it.
Cool. Zenarai, the purple-haired, black-robed statue.
I am growing to hate this avatar. But either way, I'm going to blast this thing in the face.
Go for it. Okay. Let me just check my stats here.
Oh, hang on.
What's wrong?
So I get 2 beams.
Of Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
I think that just means you can attack twice, right? With Eldritch Blast?
Yeah.
Okay.
So do I roll again?
So hold on. You probably want to hear how this first one goes. The first one hits, and it does seem to do the regular amount of damage you would hope for in this situation.
Oh. So I then roll again for the second blast.
That is accurate, yes.
Okay, cool. Right, I've been doing that wrong all day.
Nice. Okay. So this one unfortunately misses as the bolt, in your efforts to avoid Monty, who's right there, you manage to go too far wide and it smashes a chunk out of the stone wall. Is there anything else you would like to do with your turn?
I'm going to ask my imp to see if he can fit between the gaps in the portcullis.
Nice.
Okay. He says, as he flies over there, you hear a thunk, thunk, and he says, "No!"
Oh, well.
That's a tight lattice.
Is there anything else?
No.
Cool. Next up is Josa.
Yeah, so I, seeing that my arrows had some effect and not really knowing what else to do, I briefly, because Joseph's not very clever, I briefly think about blowing out this candle because it's so close to me.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm kind of like, kill this wind monster first. He hasn't done those two things together in any way. So yeah, I'll fire to both.
Go for it. Oh yeah, with 21, that connects, doing the same sort of reduced impact that you noticed last time. You can fire again.
Yeah. And so because I've had so much luck now, I'm going to start using my magic arrows. So if I do hit, I get a hit.
Cool. Okay, with a 14, this arrow unfortunately glances off of the stone wall and goes clink. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
Quick glance back at the candle, and then he decides to do it.
Okay, cool. Next up is the air elemental's turn, and it is going to have to roll to see if one of its abilities recharge or not. So just a quick look behind the screen. It is important, this roll for you guys. You don't want him to roll a 4, 5, or 6, okay?
Oh, okay.
And a D6.
Oh, good.
That's unlucky. Okay, so what's going to happen is that you feel the wind rush at you from all sides, Monty, and you need to make a strength saving throw, which you miraculously made last time.
Yeah, and that was not how it would normally go. So.
Oh, wow. Okay, with a 15, let me just double check. If my eyes don't deceive me, you have successfully resisted again. So, roll 3D.
I have 10 strength.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a raw roll. Okay, so you take 10 bludgeoning damage and you manage to stay on your feet again with your enormous bulk.
Okay, quite a lot of blood starts pouring out of my mouth.
Yes, I'll get that. I'll get that.
All right, that is the end of the elemental's turn, and that is Abe's turn.
Turns
Okay,
a toad and whisper,
so
God, he's so
I am
bulky.
going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So I'm going to move right here behind Monty.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to touch his bum to give him some life.
Nice. How many hit
This
points?
is life.
That's fucking great, late 90s references.
Yeah. That's some good stuff. Or many.
I have 30.
Hit me up. Do you want to heal me to full?
Yeah.
How do you know that? Yeah.
I'm trying to, I'm laying hands on you. So how much HP do you want with a top of 30?
I have 20, please.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just as a quick tip, because it's kind of useful when you have a paladin, even if you have 1 HP of lay on hands, that's enough to bring someone back from like unconsciousness. So it's good it's good to save some for that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I still
good.
have 10 left
Okay,
by
cool.
doing that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
All right. So you feel 20 HP of cold, crisp energy revitalize your body.
Friend.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, that's
Yes.
That's your part of your movement and your action, Abe. Is there anything else you want to do? Bonus action? Do you want to talk to anyone, interact with an object?
Go on, Fox. You're doing a good job. Don't let him die.
Nice. You see the warhorse looks reassured by your utterances. Next up is the warhorse, and I will say, yeah, I think it's just another straight roll. So give me another regular animal handling check. Fox hasn't sustained any champ. Oh yeah, with a 20. Okay, you see. Go on.
Sorry, I was going to say he's also blessed.
Yes.
Oh, he's one of the ones who are blessed. Okay, sweet.
He is.
So he's going to roll a d4.
Living his best horse life.
Okay, so that's a 16. Yeah, his hooves managed to connect, and that is going to do this much damage. Oh, yeah. So the hooves managed to do a reduced impact, but still substantial seeming damage to this creature. It just seems to resist certain kinds of impacts. And that is the end of the warhorse's turn, as it is now Monty's turn.
Okay. If it's flying, is it going to get an attack of opportunity if I try to run away?
It's hovering like a foot off the ground, so it's going to get an attack of opportunity on you, but not because of it flying, just because of you being right there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fuck it. I'm just going to try and guiding bolt it.
Okay, so roll with disadvantage for me. Okay. Oh gosh, with an 8.
Let me add the sweet bless because it will make all the difference. 12.
Oh, you are so close, but unfortunately, this burst of radiant energy basically destroys this wall here. So you can see through that wall to the staircase you just walked up.
Well, I tried.
Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
Absolutely not. I just kind of go limp and ragdoll like as the wind kind of buffets me.
Next up is Zenarai's turn.
Double blast.
Okay, Zenarai's there. Okay, with a 19, that definitely hits, and it has the impact you would expect. Blah, 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 blah. So that's 11 damage from the first attack, as this thing looks incredibly buffeted by that impact, but it still looks hearty. And your next... Oh, is your first one a critical hit? I didn't even see that.
Yeah, first one, 27.
Oh, nice. Cool. So that's a huge hit. This thing looks like its wind is coalescing in a less coherent manner.
Nice. I then instruct my imp to go and give emotional support to Dave.
Okay.
Dave's just chilling there, isn't he?
I will move the imp to go and give emotional support to Dave. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Cool. Joseph's turn.
Right, so what's my movement is 25 feet, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Seeing this, Joseph is going to be filled with envy of the imp getting to pat Dave, and I'm going to combat roll all the way over to the room. and then I'm going to get on top of Dave and mount her.
Okay.
I speak through my imp, dude.
And then from there, I'm going to give Dave a little ear rub, and then fire a shot from the back of Dave to the wind elemental.
Okay, what kind of arrow is it?
Yeah, I'll use the magic arrow again.
Okay, go for it.
Didn't work so well last time.
Okay, with a 22, that hits, and you notice it does the amount of damage that you would usually expect, which is unusual.
That's weird. Okay, so then what do? With the magic arrow, I can tell it to attack again. Is that right?
Yeah, you can roll again, yeah.
But just roll an attack again, yeah?
Yeah, because the arrow comes out, turns around, and then comes back.
Okay, that one fails.
Yes, unfortunately that one misses as the arrow sort of streaks into the wall that used to be there and goes through the hole in the wall that Monty created and lands on the first floor that you were just on with a faint clink.
Then I say to Dave, watch this one, and shoot again.
Nice, with the 27, you hit convincingly. Is it with the same sort of arrow?
It is.
Okay, so it does normal damage and you get to roll again. Also, mark off how many of these magic arrows you've used.
Yeah. So that one then hits again.
Nice. So is it for 9 piercing damage, right? That's the latest one?
Yeah, so the latest one with the first attack was the 10, and then the magic arrow attack was the 9.
Nice. You see this thing looks less coherent. It really seems to be struggling to keep its form together.
Yeah.
How many arrows did you get again? Was it 20 or 60 or something?
60. Yeah.
Okay. So you've used 7 or something?
Yeah, I'll say 8.
Okay, cool. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Okay, cool. Next up is this thing. And again, I cannot emphasize how much you want it to roll a 1, 2, or a 3. Oh gosh, that was so lucky. All right. Okay, it is going to, as the body of Monty starts to go limp and as this thing looks to be holding its form less and less, it is going to move towards the warhorse and occupy its space like this. And it is going to attack the warhorse. So first attack is going to be this. That hits for...
Definitely.
Sorry, what?
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. Plus 5. Oh, 11 bludgeoning damage as this thing looks kind of... The warhorse fox looks kind of rough already. And it is going to attack again. And 13, I don't know if that hits the warhorse, does it? Yeah, it does. Okay. So then I'm going to roll this again. Okay, so this basically causes the body of Fox to disintegrate and evaporate back to the Fey realm from whence he came.
Bye, Fox.
You did well.
See you next time.
Awesome. And that is Abe's turn.
Right, I am going to attack, and I've discovered that I can actually attack twice because
Oh, wow.
I have this in other. I'm going to. Nope, that is not what I meant to do. Is this it? Yeah. I have that. Apparently, I have an extra attack, and I did not realize.
Nice. Okay, let's give it a go.
So that's what the thing says in others.
Yep.
You can attack twice, yeah, for sure. So
It's a level 5 thing. Nice.
Yeah, you can hit with your whatever thing you choose to attack with twice.
Excellent. So I am going to try and attack twice. I'm going to go with my Warhammer.
Nice.
And
Okay. With a 13, you manage to not find purchase on this windy creature. Sorry?
You are blessed.
Oh,
I am
okay.
still
So
blessed.
roll a d4.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, you just managed to hit. And because you're holding a shield, I'm going to use the one-handed damage because that's what that is for. So you do damage to this thing. It's just less than you would expect as it shudders beneath the weight of the Warhammer. Would you like to attack again?
Yes, I'm going to do exactly the same thing.
It's just wailing on it.
Yeah. Going for it.
Ooh, yeah. With a 21, you connect again and watch the sum of the attack find its way into the dark core of the cyclone creature. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Cool.
That is.
Next up is Monty the Bleeding.
Are you still bleeding?
I'm pretty good now. I'm pretty good.
That's just the title I've given him. Just as a-
Yeah. I have bled a lot in this game. So I'm going to Sacred Flame.
Okay, so with a 12, I am... Wait. Oh, no, that's the damage. Okay, so it
He
make
has
the
to
saving
succeed
throw.
on a 14.
Okay, cool. Let us see what happens here. Oh, goodness. Okay, all right. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, with an 18, you get the feeling that wind is quite a dexterous element. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, I'm good.
Okay, Zenarai, you have seen the horse be disintegrated. You have seen Abe successfully hit some wind with a hammer, and Monty not quite as bleeding as he was before. What would you like to do?
And I've also seen Dave be mounted by Joser.
Yes, that is accurate.
And I'm thinking about the words that we shall have after this. I'm going to blast him twice.
Nice, go for it. Okay, yeah. How do you want the creature to be destroyed?
So I'm going to send both blasts at the same time. I want one going through each eye hole.
Okay, you see the blasts of energy go through each eye hole, and it disperses like those weird eddies of wind that catch plastic bags and then suddenly disappear.
Nice. That's nice.
Nice.
And you notice the candle that you blew out is no longer lit, as you would expect.
Guys, I think that was the wrong one.
What do you mean?
Cool. Wow.
we have to blow them all out.
Yeah, we've either got to fight.
But before we do that, maybe we should rest and like regain our lovely spell slots.
You guys
I
see
don't
Joseph
think-
confidently walking over towards the middle candle.
I think I'm not sure if we're in a safe enough place to be able to rest there for a long rest.
I use my mage hand to cover Joseph's mouth and nose.
You use your mage hand to cover Joseph's mouth.
And nose, yeah.
Okay. You feel a strange like presence in front of your mouth and nose, Joseph. It unfortunately doesn't restrict his breathing because the spell says that the hand can't attack, but you do feel like a weird sensation, like a wet flannel being held against your face.
I say stop. We blew up the candle and an air elemental arrived. I think we need to find a way to put these candles out without using primal elements like air or water or fire.
Good point.
Let's
Okay.
follow them.
I don't believe you, but okay.
Either that, or I think we have got to extinguish either the middle one of the weird, strange elf breed thing, or the dragonborn one.
I agree.
Because it was the one in the left middle, right? So it was the dwarf that we blew out. Yeah, I think we've either got to do it on the middle one or the dragonborn one on the right hand side. Or as you say, with a non-elemental way of extinguishing it. I got nothing.
Well, let's get Abe to pinch the flame of the dragonborn one. Then we do it all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, as that happens, you notice the portcullis doors behind you open, and
Hey.
Yeah.
the candle that you previously extinguished all come back on again, but the portcullis is open.
Awesome.
Nice, and that feels like a good place to end the session, right?
Yeah.
Damn right.
Well done. I am impressed with how long you spent in that room before you did anything.
Because we're not
Hey, man.
that patient.
No, you were incredibly patient.
Yeah, we're not usually that patient.
Yeah.
We're not
It's a puzzle room.
Yeah, it was great.
Everyone loves
Like
puzzles.
it's like you were trying to 100% the room.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
and not just blast the first person you see with a fireball.
Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. If you have any suggestions or any ideas that we should incorporate, things you want to hear more of, things you would like to hear less of, just let us know at thewronghandspodcast@gmail.com. So THEWRONGHANDSPODCAST@gmail.com.